Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm just kind of chuckling because this is my third attempt at making this video. The first time I had accidentally turned off of chat, and I like to have people able to interact with me if they would like to here. So I stopped really early. And then the second time, people did come into chat and they told me there was no sound. So I turned that one off. So we are currently on try number 3. Now, 3 is a charm, right? And the other thing that I'm chuckling about is, of course, now that I'm ready to do a live video, there's someone outside. I'm not sure whether they are because I haven't gotten up to look. Whether they're operating a chainsaw and trying to trim trees in the next door person's yard, or if this is just a very loud weed eater, or what is going on. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I certainly can. I hope y'all can. Anyway, creative living. Hello, hello. Sequoia, I'm assuming you're back. Hello, hello. All right, this is our daily tarot forecast, and this is for the date of April 3rd. Thank you so much for you guys for being here. I'm glad you can only just hear it. It's very loud for my ears, um, which is fine. I can focus through it. I just didn't want it to distract people there on the other side of the camera. Anyway, this is going to be for April 3rd. We are going to go ahead and start with Aries and see what comes up. It's funny, I've pulled for Aries twice now, and both times very similar messages came up, although completely different cards. So let's see what happens this time. All right. Okay, everything happens for a reason, right? And things are always working out for us. Okay, Aries. You guys have the Four of Pentacles, along with the Ace of Swords, along with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Pretty much a deeper meaning than before, but fairly similar. So Aries, with the Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, you are holding back. This is probably holding back from interacting with other people as much as you can, depending what your situation, whether you're an essential worker or what have you, but holding back as much as you can. And with this Ace of Swords, this is giving you time to think about things you normally wouldn't have time to think about. And so you are understanding some things on a deeper level during this time. And that can apply, to anybody, even if you're an essential worker or if you're working from home. If you're working from home, you have less commute time. But even an essential worker, we're thinking about things that we don't normally think about. So that's not too hard to explain why we might have some new thoughts or some new understandings about something that we normally wouldn't be thinking about. And why is this happening? Why is this happening? This is interesting. This is Spirit's perspective on this because we have not been taking care of ourselves. Oh, wow. Me and my brother were just having a conversation earlier talking about, and he's looked at the numbers more in detail than I have, but what he was noticing about the numbers of the mortality rates of people with this whole toilet paper apocalypse thing going on are a lot of the comorbidity rates have to do with people who have not been taking care of themselves health-wise for a while. And so they have long-term issues that have been showing up. And a lot of the things are long-term issues that if somebody would have been more proactive, could have been prevented. But like I was pointing out to him, we live in a culture that we're not very proactive for the most part about our health. There is a certain segment that is, but for the most part, we're not proactive about our health. We figure if we get into a crisis, we go to a doctor, they take care of it. And other than that, we don't think about our health all that much in this culture. So isn't this interesting? This card talks about not taking care of ourselves. That this whole time where you're holding back and where you're understanding things at a new level is happening because we haven't been taking care of ourselves. And this is, not just Aries. I don't think this is just Aries. This is all of us. For the most part, all of us have this idea. Well, when we get into a crisis, we'll go to a doctor, but we don't do a lot of preventive care for ourselves. Okay. Wow. That was deep. Maybe I should pull 3 times for everybody and we can just go with the deepest meaning and see what comes out of it. Whoa. That sounded like a big can, didn't it? All right, let's look at Taurus, and this is Taurus for April the 3rd. La da da, la da da, la da 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 da. Socialista, hey hey, glad to see you. LRKK, glad to see you here. Nice to see both of you on this fine, what is it, Thursday. This is for Taurus, if I didn't say it already. For Taurus, April 3rd. You guys have the 10 of Wands in reverse. You also have the 9 of Cups right side up. And you have the 3 of Cups. Okay, so Taurus, what's going on here? I think that on the 3rd, what day is it? That is Friday. On the 3rd, you're taking a play day. This is kind of dropping responsibility and celebrating something. Okay. And why? Because friendship. Celebrating something because of friendship, whether it's in an anniversary. This could be, no, it wouldn't be you for your birthday. We're in Aries time frame right now, but you could be celebrating an Aries birthday. But there's some kind of celebration that you're having between yourself and friends. And the 10 of Wands comes up in reverse, which basically says this is not a very responsible move to have the celebration. Hate to tell you. I know you're only going to pay attention to me if you want to, or if whatever, but this is basically saying you're going to be celebrating. It's not the most responsible decision that you could make to be spending time with a bunch of friends right now, but this is what's going on. Okay. So that's for Taurus. Man, I feel like a buzzkill after that. Let's look at Gemini. See what comes up for y'all. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini for April 3rd. La da 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 da. La da da da. La da 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 da. La da da da. There goes your first card. Whoops. How's it going to fall? Like that. Good. Okay. Gemini's your card that fell out was the Tower, and it flipped around a couple of different times to make sure it landed the right way. So it came up as the Tower in reverse. And we've got the Prince of Pentacles showing right side up. And we have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so Geminis, you guys are finding more affordable ways to do things. Yes. There's not really anything to add to that. There's not an alternate storyline. You're finding more affordable ways to do things than what you used to do before. Why? When this is right set up in this deck, this card is the keyword is healing. Why? Because a lot of people are sick. This is interesting energy today. We seem to be really focusing on the impact that all of this is having on us as individuals. I love this toilet paper apocalypse energy. All right, let's look at Cancer. This is going to be Cancer for April 3rd. La da da da, la da da da. La da 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 da, la da da da. La da 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 da. La da da da. La da 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 da. Okay, Cancers. What you guys have shown up here is the Ace of Cups. World card. And the Six of Swords. I've talked to quite a few people who have been able to find toilet paper within the last week to 10 days. I was able to find it. I was lucky. I showed up at a Dollar General on truck day. I didn't even know it was truck day. But, you know, I'm always blessed. Cancers. What is going on here? Okay, Cancers, you guys have found something new to love. And whatever this is seems like it's the ideal for you. The reason I'm looking at this and going, is because it's really, to me, it looks like a kind of a crazy situation to go straight from an Ace of Cups to a World card. This Ace of Cups is something new that you love, whether it's a company with a new person or whether this is a new project or a new hobby. And to be recognizing it as the ideal when it's still in the Ace form, you don't know it. That's like spending 48 hours with somebody and deciding this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. It's scary, okay? This scares me when I see it, that you have decided that something like this is the ideal this quickly, okay? Why is this happening? Cancers, you're moving away from something that is negative, that has been holding you back or dragging you down. So when we look at the why is this happening, if you're moving away from something that was holding you back or dragging you down, this card really talks about not knowing where you're going, just knowing you have to get away from the old thing. Now you found this new thing. Can we say rebound? Cancers, be very, very careful about how quickly you open up your heart to something when you're in a vulnerable situation, because it looks to me like you are. That's what everybody else is saying. That's why it's still on the shelf, Socialista. Did you feel like you had to put Neosporin on your derriere after you used that? All right, let's look at Leo. This is Leo for April the 3rd before we descend straight into the gutter on this. I don't know. What is this on this forecast? Leo, 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 Leo. Here we go, Leo. Yeah. Okay, Leos. Three of Cups, along with the Tower, and the Five of Swords. Leos. First of all, let me remind everybody that what I'm doing is a general reading, so not everything I see here will apply to every single person who watches. Having said that, let me also say that if you see something here and you don't like it, you do have free will, so you can make some choices that will make things turn out differently than what I see on the cards. Now, when I say something like that, you guys probably figure what I'm seeing is not the best, and that's the case here for you Leos. You guys have the Three of Cups and the Tower card. And for me, the Three of Cups and the Tower card means that you are having some kind of explosive, I don't know if I want to say breakup, some kind of explosive ending in a friendship. An explosive ending in a friendship. Why? We've got the Five of Swords. It's pretty clear cut because of a fight. There was a fight with one or more of your friends, depending on who you are. It's going to play out both ways. Some people will be one friend, one people will be a group of friends. Because of this fight, there was an explosion that happened in this friendship. And an explosion is just a huge fight. We're talking raised voices, things may be thrown, people may be hit, doesn't have to be, but definitely raised voices with a Tower card. Okay? Because of a fight. So Leos, if you're in a fight, try to keep it as low key as possible so that it doesn't end up like this. All right, so next up, Virgo for April the 3rd. Trying to think. I don't know if I even know any Leos personally. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Anybody who knows a Leo, if you get in a fight with them, try to keep it low key. How many cards did you just lose here, Virgos? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Okay, we're going to take all of these cards, Virgo. I'm just going to use them as extra detail. So let me tell you what these are, shall we? Shall we, Virgo? So you have the Two of Wands in reverse. After that, the Five of Cups. After that, the Seven of Swords. Now, you also have the High Priestess. That's me. Hello. Three of Wands in reverse. And then the Lord. Okay, so what do we have? What do we have? What do we have here? Okay. So we're going to start with, how do I want to work this? I may want to hold up 4 cards at one time. Okay. Not quite sure how I want to explain this in the big picture, but I think we're going to do it like this. So for the top row, we've got the Two of Wands and the Five of Cups is that in reverse? Two of Wands is in reverse and the Five of Cups is right side up. So with the Two of Wands in reverse and the Five of Cups in reverse, Two of Wands is confusion about a decision that you need to make about which way to move forward. Usually with the Two of Wands, I'm going to say that whatever decision you make is a good decision. There's not a bad decision. But with this card here and the fact my Two of Wands is in reverse, you have to pick something that's the lesser of two evils in this situation, because this card talks about disappointment. So there's confusion about basically which disappointment you want to choose to do something with and move forward with. Okay. And why is this? Why is this? Because you're trying to implement some kind of strategy here. You've got these disappointments that you have to deal with, and you're trying to strategize. Okay, well, if what I have to work with, everything that I have to work with right now is disappointing, what's the least disappointing? What's the one that I can make the most progress with if I move forward? So, Shalisa, if this was your sign, I would say you were trying to choose toilet paper. All right, now let's look at the expansion of this, okay? So next we have the High Priestess and the Three of Wands in reverse. Now, for me, when the High Priestess is upright, this is somebody who knows some things that other people don't know, okay? And with this High Priestess in reverse, what you know that other people don't know is that the future is not certain. So other people around you may be making predictions about what they see coming down the road for the future. You're not. You know that everybody's just guessing. Nobody's been in a situation like this where we had an economic breakdown that was triggered by a pandemic. you know that there's unknown coming out of this, Virgos. Okay, so the fact that you know that there's no way to really know the future here for most people, even though they think they do, is contributing to this idea of there's confusion about which disappointment is going to be the best one to move forward with. So this, to me, this is more about business and money. Okay. So to me, this is very financial, Virgos. So there's some disappointing financial situations in your life. You're trying to choose which one you can move forward with. You know that nobody really can tell you the future. So you're really going to have to go by your own gut on this. Because facts and figures are not going to get you there. All right. But you are trying to make this decision to choose the least of the worst so that you can move forward into some kind of future. All right. And so why? Because you're trying to make a strategy here. Why are you trying to make a strategy? Because you want to get control back in your life. Okay. You're trying to take control back in your life. Well, can we see the contradiction here? Can we see the problem, Virgos? Nobody really knows what the future holds. You're having to go on gut only because whatever everybody else is saying is all well and good, but nobody really knows. Even the experts don't really know what's going to happen next or how long it's going to take things to bounce back. And so you're having to rely on your gut as you make your strategy to take control of your life and start moving it back forward again. And the idea that you're taking control of your life and taking control of your future really leads me to believe that a lot of you Virgos may be looking at what kind of side job can I do? What kind of job can I do where it's my thing, not working for a company, but where it's my thing that I control? Because that Lord is taking control of his life. He's not working for somebody else. So you're making a strategy not only to not work for somebody else and not only to have a future where other people have no idea where the future is going, but this really is a strategy about what type of industry should you focus on, or what type of business, or what type of service should you offer as we move forward. Even though nobody knows the future, you feel like you have to choose right now, okay, what am I going to invest my time, energy, and effort into? And you're having to go by your intuition or your instinct on that because there is so much unknown. Okay, so that's Virgo. I hope that's clear. What are you saying I'm funny about? Once I start talking to a sign, I don't read you guys because I'm trying to keep my thought train going, and then I come back and I read after I'm done. So, and I talked to Virgos for a while, so I don't know what. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying to tell the truth. But I'm telling you, the truth is funnier than fiction. It always is. All right, let's look at Libra. By the way, thank you to all of you for being here, hanging out with me, spending some of your precious time with me. I really do appreciate that. I also appreciate those of you who are giving thumbs up to this video and sharing it to other people so that this video can be beneficial to not only yourself, but other people as well. I know I'm talking fast with my appreciation here, but sometimes y'all don't like to listen to it. You just want me to shuffle the cards, so I got to get it out as fast as I can. All right. And also thank you to those of you who are ordering private readings from me. It is because of all of your support at every level that I'm able to do what I love to do for a living. So we are looking at Libra for April 3rd, if I didn't already say that. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Thank you for tugging on my memory there, Socialista. We just had how many cards fall? Those are 2 for Libra. You got your first 2. Let's see when this comes up for y'all. La, da, da, da. All right, Libra. You guys have the Prince of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Moon card. And you have the 4 of Pentacles. This is all financial for you, Libras. This is all about financial stuff right here. Okay. Prince of Pentacles in reverse and the Moon card. If this was in the past, I would say, Libras, you guys are having a heck of a time balancing your checkbook. But we're not in the past. Nobody does that anymore. The young people don't even know how to do that, is what I would bet. So, Prince of Pentacles in reverse along with the Moon card. You are trying to make your budget go as far as you need it to go, and you're trying to take care of everything and be responsible. But it's not working. Your money isn't covering everything that you want it to cover. And why is that? Because there's an unknown factor here. There's some kind of unknown factor. There's somewhere where money has been spent that you don't realize. Or for some of you, you guys know you have an expense coming up, but you're not sure how much it's going to be. Okay? Now, why is this happening? Well, you're trying to figure out your money now because you want to save some money back. You want to make sure that whatever you have lasts you as long as you need it to before the next one comes, before the next paycheck comes in. So as you're trying to save money back and, kind of have a cushion just in case, because we don't know how long this is going to go on or how long till the first unemployment checks come out or anything like that. So as you're looking at your money really hard and trying to save some back, you're realizing that, man, your budget isn't covering it. And it's because of that unknown factor, whether it's somewhere where you spent money and you just can't remember and there's no documentation, or whether it's because of the unknown factor of we just don't know, like, how long does this budget have to last? Are we making the money that we have now? Are we making it last for a month? Are we making it last for 2 weeks? Are we making it last for a couple of months? So there's an unknown factor here, which makes it really impossible to be responsible with the budget and to figure out, okay, what are we supposed to do with this so that it covers everything? I think a lot of us are actually trying to figure out what to do. I don't think Virgo's the only one. Let's see. If you have $40 till whenever, yeah. Then when is whenever going to be? That's the big question. That's the big question for most people. Alrighty. Let's look at Scorpio now. I got to tell you guys, the other days I was telling you guys, wow, the energy is so much lighter, so much more relief. It's not feeling that light today. It's not feeling that light today. It's not feeling as dark as it was before this pandemic really kicked into high gear here, but it's not feeling that light either. Scorpio, 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 Scorpio for April the 3rd. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. I'm glad you do. Well, you know what? I think the energy has a lag time. I think I feel happy before the rest of the world feels happy. I think I feel sad way before the rest of the world feels sad. Or heavy, I should say. So today is probably still a good day. Scorpios. Why did I put down 5 cards for us? Okay. All right, so here's how we're going to play this. Let me tell you the cards. We've got 9 of Pentacles. I like that card, by the way. We also have 9 of Swords. 2 9s. Any more 9s? Just says 2 9s. They go together. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Swords. They go together too. And we've got the Prince of Cups in reverse. All right. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. We're going to start with saying that for this first set of cards, this 9 of Pentacles and this 9 of Wands, we are very independent people, and we're pretty satisfied with how we have things arranged for our lives right now. So this can be, we're prepared. We're as prepared as we can be, considering nobody really, none of the experts know the future. Okay. So we're as prepared as we can be. We're feeling pretty okay about how things are, at least for now. All right. Now, our next set of cards, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Now, the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords basically says that we have let go of disappointments. So where this whole toilet paper apocalypse has thrown everything off, we're recognizing that. It's not like we have our heads in the sand. We're recognizing that it's causing issues, and for us personally as well as everybody else. But not only are we recognizing it, we're also coming to peace with that in a certain way. Okay? We are ruled by Pluto after all. So transformation, we're taking this probably a lot easier than a lot of the other signs, to be honest. So we've not only recognized that it's causing problems, we're at peace with it, meaning that we're not in a pity party, we're not fighting it, we're not taking anything personally. You know, this is not driving us to drink. We're making plans. We're understanding things. We are finding knowledge in this, and we're making plans. Okay? So, this would normally be like the first two cards that I would read in a daily, these four. So I do want to kind of get our combined meaning here with these four, just like I normally would with the first two. So we're pretty ready. We're sitting okay, at least for now, with our supplies and everything, and we're pretty independent. We haven't been relying on other people to tell us what to think or tell us how to get ready. And when we're pretty okay with where we are, and part of the reason that we're pretty okay with where we are is because we have actually taken things seriously and we have made those plans. We didn't hide our heads in the sand because, we weren't paralyzed by fear. We saw what was happening. We recognized it, acknowledged it, made peace with it, and just started thinking about, okay, what do I need to do? And because we thought about, okay, what do I need to do? And we made those, we had those thoughts, we worked that through, then that's what made us do the things that we need to do so that we feel kind of okay with this and not just depend on what other people told us. All right. Now, this isn't exactly why this is happening, but this is an indicator of how we feel about the whole situation. Because it almost looks like, if you take just that part of the reading, it almost looks like us Scorpios are just taking this in stride. Oh yeah, worldwide pandemic, just another day. We've got this. We're ruled by Pluto. We're ruled by the underworld. No big deal. We can handle it. That's kind of what these cards imply here, the other four cards. This card basically reminds us that, yeah, that's really not how we're feeling about it. We're not happy. This is something that is making us sad. It's making us frustrated. It's making us restless. So, just because we're doing what we need to do doesn't mean that it's not bothering us. So I think also the thing that I'm pulling off of this reading is a lot of people are going to be looking at us as Scorpios and going, well, Mr. or Ms. Scorpio has this handled. They seem to be taking care of this and they seem to be just fine. They're walking through this no problem. Guess what? For those of you who are cross watching for Scorpios, it's more of a problem than we're letting on. We just may not see the productivity and sharing in our negative emotions with other people and just wallowing in that. But we definitely have some negative emotions around this. Don't be fooled. Okay? All right, so that's for Scorpio. You've got napkins. All righty. We have paper towels for just in case here. All righty. Let's look at Sagittarius. This is Sagittarius. for April the 3rd. Okay, so Sagittarius, what you guys have showing up is the Ten of Swords in reverse. Princess of Wands in reverse. Star card, right side up, Sagittarius. This is interesting. Okay, so Sagittarius with this Ten of Swords in reverse plus the Princess of Wands also in reverse. This is telling me, first of all, that there's something that isn't over. And secondly, that whatever that something is not something that makes you feel all excited or gung-ho. It's actually something that's kind of tedious. So Sagittarius, I think that maybe you were hoping by now all of this isolation would be over, especially because you're one of the more social signs. It's not. We still have to keep plodding on in this isolation. And why is that? Because you were hoping. You were hoping that we would be done with this, that life would be starting to get back to normal, whatever the new normal is going to be. And that just didn't happen with this Princess of Wands. That just doesn't happen. That just says, this isn't over yet. Okay, and that's for the 3rd, Sagittarius. Next, let's look at Capricorn. And this is going to be Capricorn for April the 3rd. La da da. Thank you guys for sharing this video, for the thumbs ups, for spending some of your precious time with me. And thank you to those of you who are purchasing readings. I don't think I've announced it yet on this video. I do have all my contact information is on the website listed in the description box below. I do have a new version of the website up. So there's also an automatic booking session. So if you want to just go through and book through the website without connecting with me, you can. I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep that or if I even like it. So I would like to hear some feedback from you guys. That'll help me make my decision about whether I want to keep that automatic booking through the website or whether I want to go back to nobody books unless they call me or text me scenario. Capricorn. But check it out. New website, same web address, just new website. Let me know what you think of it. Da, 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 da. Capricorn, you guys have the Sun showing up in reverse. You also have the Nine of Swords showing up in reverse. Aw. And you have the Two of Pentacles. The Sun in reverse and the Nine of Swords in reverse. There is something here going on about a child, Capricorn, and I think that I've actually got 2 storylines that are being pushed through right now. One is that I think you're seeing somebody, maybe you're seeing on video, whatever, but you're seeing somebody who you thought of as a child and you're kind of going, oh my gosh, they're all grown up now. They can make mature decisions. So you're looking at them in a different way. You're not, I think in your brain they might have been stuck as a child, and so you sort of worried about them with this whole situation and realizing that they're more adults now. Kind of take some of that stress off. All right. And then the other thing that's coming through is maybe you had a little one who was sick, Capricorns, or maybe it wasn't your little one, but you knew of a little one who was sick. Maybe it's the neighbor's kid, your sister's kid, whatever. There was a little one who was sick and they are now feeling much better. And so you're feeling relieved about that. Now, why is that with the Two of Pentacles? Why is that? I think that you have had a personal interest in this person staying well. So maybe you have done something to help them stay well. Maybe you have stayed away to not let them catch anything from you, or maybe you have been helping them drink warm liquids, or but it seems to me like, you have some kind of personal interest in there's energy or effort that you've put out in letting this person be well. Maybe you were just praying for them. Maybe there was nothing you could do physically, but you were praying for this little one. Okay? And so that's why you're so relieved that they're feeling better. Or even that's why you're so relieved that they're able to make their own mature, grown up decisions. Maybe you've been praying for them. Maybe they used to act, maybe this person used to act in a very immature way, and now they are becoming more responsible. Okay? All right, so two storylines there. It could be a little kid that is feeling better, or it could be somebody that you thought of as a little kid that is now making adult decisions. Either way, you're feeling relieved. Thank you, Socialista. Thank you for being with me. Ripple Snake, we just did Capricorn. So we're on to Aquarius and Pisces. If I'm thinking right, you're Libra, am I? Do I have you in the right slot in my brain right now? Aquarius for April the 3rd. Yeah, so I've already read 3 signs past that, so you've got a little rewinding to do to get back to Libra. Rewinding. Nobody knows what rewinding is anymore, do they? I am sure showing my age today. Okay, so Aquarius, you guys have Prince of Wands in reverse. You have the Fool card. And you have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody else had this in the same position too earlier on. Aquarius. This is really similar to someone else. A couple of different messages kind of combined from earlier. Combined and overlapping. Okay. So you're going to hang out with us. Very cool, Ripple Snake. Okay, so Aquarius, Prince of Wands in reverse plus the Fool card. You're ready for some kind of new beginning. You want a new beginning. Big time. However, with that Prince of Wands in reverse, you're having a really hard time figuring out what new beginning do you want. Okay? And I think that this probably has to do with work-wise or financial rather than anything else, just because of the Y card. The Y card is because of all the sickness. The toilet paper apocalypse has given you time to really think about what you were doing for a living. How fulfilled were you in doing that for a living? Is that what you want to keep doing for a living? Does it pay well enough? Is it satisfying? You've really had time to just examine and really come to terms with everything about what you're doing for a living. And basically, Aquarius, what you've decided during this downtime is, I want to do some completely different for a living. I just don't know what I want to do for a living. Okay, so it's time for you to sort of get in touch with your happiness so you can figure out where you would actually get satisfaction in serving other people in the world. Where would you get that satisfaction? Before I became a psychic, I used to do a lot of other types of work. I've done a lot of different things. And in retrospect, I can see how each of them prepared me to do what I do now. But before I became a psychic, and I didn't have any place that I felt a lot of satisfaction from. I had a lot of places where I could get good benefits and good money from. Somebody used to always tell me, follow your heart and the money will follow. And I used to think that was the most ridiculous, gosh darn thing I had ever heard in my life. Well, guess what? I followed my heart and the money follows. He was right. So as you guys are looking Pay attention to what your heart says. Pay attention to what brings you satisfaction, what brings you happiness, and follow that. How can you turn that into a career? How can you turn that into something where you can really bring high quality service to other people to the point that they're going to want to pay you well for what you do? That's what you want to follow. Well, then I guess it's time to start questioning, how do I do that? And figure out the first baby step. Well, Socialista, I'm going to tell you something really personal. My body never cooperated with me having kids. And I used to want kids, like 5. I didn't want any less than 5 kids. And so when I finally had to come to peace with the fact that that was not going to happen without me dying in the process, I realized that I had to find somewhere to funnel that kind of love and nurturing in my life, because I wasn't going to quit being the nurturing, loving person just because I didn't have anybody to shower that onto. So my career and my clients get a lot of that energy. I would say they get 99% of that energy. So now you know something about me that not everybody knows. And a lot of people know it too. Oh, it is scary. It is scary. All right, let's look at Pisces next. This is going to be Pisces for April the 3rd. Pisces. All right, so Pisces, what you have showing up here is the Magician, followed by the Three of Cups in reverse, followed by the King of Pentacles reverse. Sorry about laughing ahead of time, and you guys don't know what I'm laughing about, but you will in a moment. Keep in mind, I laugh about irony, not necessarily funny things. Well, I do laugh at funny things too, but anyway, shall we get on with it, Pisces? You have the Three of Cups in reverse plus the Magician. Pisces, I think you are manifesting the whole idea of, really enforcing the self-isolating. You're staying away from your friends, and you are making that work. Even if your friends are telling you, well, I'm not taking that all that seriously. Oh, we can just go and do this, or, you can come over here, or, I'll only be at your house 20 minutes, or whatever it is they're saying to you. You're like, no, I kind of want to stay healthy. Let's not do that. Okay. So that's what we've got going on here, Pisces. You are totally manifesting the self-isolation, whether other people like it or not. So what happened? This is not the why. This is what happened when you did that. You really bent somebody's nose out of joint. They are insulted, offended, aggravated, upset, angry with you because you said, I kind of like to stay healthy, so why don't you stay on your side of the line and I'm going to stay on my side of the line? They're not very happy about it because they're somebody that felt like the rules just don't apply to them. So they can go wherever and hang out with whoever and everything will be fine. Well, guess what? That makes them just that much more of a risk for them to come around you. And I think you recognize that. So let their nose be bent out of joint. All right. That covers everybody. That's already happened to you. Thank you all so much, seriously, for being here. Thank you for all the thumbs ups. I do appreciate them. Thank you to those of you who are ordering private readings, whether you're ordering the pre-recorded 1 and 2 question readings, or whether you're ordering the live readings. I love to do both of those, but live is always more fun, by phone or by Skype. We actually get to interact. And it's always fantastic to meet new ones of you. It's always fantastic to catch up with the ones that I've read for before. So I really do love what I do for a living, and I'm looking forward to the next time I get to serve any of you. Um, and thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being yourselves. Everybody, stay well. Keep your chin up. This can't last forever. Look out for your neighbors. Look out for your loved ones. We got through this together. Peace out, honey. Honey bunnies.